Welcome to Rathalos Watch. Today is going to be the second episode of Create a Monster. In this episode, we are going to be exploring a brand new Leviathan. I know in my previous community post, I said I was going to talk about 3 monsters per video, but I had a change of mind at the last second due to the fact that it's hard to fit all the monsters in the video title and the thumbnail, so I'll have to keep them separate unless I can come up with a better format in the future. So instead, I've decided to have the 3rd episode and the 4th episode being posted back to back. This way, you guys are eating well multiple days in a row, and it also makes the wait for Monster Hunter Wilds easier. So yes, this means that the 3rd episode will be posted tomorrow that will feature an amphibian monster, and then the 4th episode will be posted on Friday that will feature the long and much requested snake wyvern based on the community post voting. If you're looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds coverage or just Monster Hunter in general, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on, and do not forget to join our Discord community. Link is in a pinned comment. Without further ado, let's begin. This particular monster was actually requested by one specific viewer by the name of Ultra Landozilla. He wanted some sort of a creepy looking undead leviathan that wears dead monster skins and lives in a location known as the Bone Graveyard. And all 3 AI generators including ChatGPT, Midjourney, and Kling AI did not disappoint. Ultra Landozilla, this one's for you buddy, so shoutouts. Here's the look and feel of the Bone Graveyard and its description. A forsaken wasteland littered with the colossal skeletal remains of the ancient monsters, their bones jutting out of the ground like grim monuments. The terrain is harsh and unstable, filled with bubbling pools of acid and boiling mud that emit a constant corrosive mist. Towering spires of bone pierce through the toxic haze, while smaller fragments scatter the ground, crunching underfoot. The air is thick with the acid stench of decay, and the faint echoes of unseen creatures add to the ominous atmosphere. This treacherous environment is both a graveyard and a hunting ground, home to the predators that thrive in its deadly conditions. Honestly, this sounds like a description straight out of From Software, Miyazaki's Elden Ring, Dark Souls fantasy. And of course, the start of the show is none other than a Leviathan monster that goes by the name of Necrothessus, and his physical description is as follows. Necrothessus is a grotesque serpentine Leviathan draped in decayed patchwork skins of its prey, stitched together with a sticky, acidic secretion. Its sleek yet scarred body is a mottled mix of Asian gray and acid-burned green with jagged, bone-like protrusions forming a crown-like structure around its skull-like head. Its glowing green eyes pierce through the toxic haze, exuding an air of menace. The tail ends in a massive spiked bone club, while its loose, tattered skin cloak sways eerily as it moves. Acidic burns and warped scales further highlight its adaptation to the harsh environment of the Bone Graveyard. Here are his key traits and abilities. Ambush Predator. Necrothessus lurks in pools of acids, camouflaging perfectly with its acidic environment. It attacks unsuspecting prey with a sudden lunge. Territorial. Extremely aggressive towards intruders in its domain. Uses its acidic secretions to mark territory, causing lasting damage to hunters who linger in marked areas. Signature moves. Acid Torrent. Necrothessus regurgitates a stream of highly corrosive acid that melts armor durability over time and deals damage in a wide cone. Hunters hit by the acid suffer from the corrosion status, reducing their resistance to further acid-based attacks. Swings its body with loose, tattered skin flailing. If struck, hunters are enveloped in sticky, acidic skin that immobilizes them momentarily. Deals damage over time while the acid eats away at the cloak. Tail Spikes Smash. Slams its tail onto the ground, creating a shockwave of acid splashes. Acid pools remain in the area, adding environmental hazards. Boiling Mud Traps. Uses its environments to create traps by disturbing boiling mud pools with its tail or body. Hunters stepping into the mud suffer heat buildup and are slowed down, making them vulnerable to follow-up attacks. Skin Decoy Burst. Necrothessus sheds some of its patchwork skin, creating a decoy in the form of a skin puppet on the ground. The decoy bursts after a short delay, releasing a toxic cloud that inflicts poison and confusion. When enraged, Necrothessus' acid secretion becomes more potent, creating visible steam trails as it moves. Acid attacks deal increased damage and spread wider. It gains a rapid spin attack, flinging acid and skin fragments in all directions. Overall, I think it's a cool looking design, and it's definitely more on the horror-esque side, but if I'm going to be brutally honest here, this monster looks like something straight out of Dark Souls or Elden Ring. The closest thing we had to something like this was probably Valhazak in Monster Hunter World, and most recently the Black Flame from Monster Hunter Wild. I guess you could also say there's Necrothessus from Monster Hunter Generations. I think I like the environment idea more than the monster on a personal level. However, it does fit it well though if we are strictly talking about visual design here. But this is not the type of a creature I'd really want to see in a Monster Hunter game. Just kind of feels way too horror-like for my personal taste, but nonetheless, still a very dope design. Anyways, I had fun working on this one, and once again, thanks to Ultra Landozilla for the idea. I hope you are happy with the results, and do not forget to join our community over at Discord by clicking on the link in the pinned comment. What does everyone else think of the Leviathan's design and the environment? Do you like it, or do you wish he looked a bit different? Let me know in the comments, and do not forget to share your ideas for future episodes in the Discord or the comments. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting!